If you got your mail, would you say I'm done after that?
Of course, 100%.
You know how sometimes fights get announced and we be like, damn, this the fight I ain't know we wanted?
Yeah.
I think this is one of those fights.
A lot of bad blood.
Yeah, but not just that. It's just a hell of a matchup because you didn't think you would get it.
Why is a fighter who was labeled boring in his last fight and hasn't stepped into the ring for over 2 years suddenly challenging the new boxing king Terence Crawford? The reason is surprising and reveals a desperate truth. Jermell Charlo has returned and is making waves. He is now openly saying he wants a fight with Crawford and insists it would be an honor to face him in the ring.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the fuck would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these. I'm with the old school boxing. If they gave me a offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me.
Charlo is pitching this as a huge legacy matchup, saying he would give Crawford the toughest fight of the current era and claiming Crawford has no better challengers. He even added a hint of respect, admitting that Crawford achieved something he himself hasn't.
If they gave me a offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me. Obviously, nothing else that anybody else could. Earl and Virgil and the winner of them, but I really don't see nobody else. What y'all want me to do in the game?
But all this talk of honor and giving the best fight feels empty when you recall Charlo's last performance in the ring. What's even more surprising is that this isn't his first attempt to challenge Crawford. Bud's initial reaction was ruthless. Right after Charlo's 2023 loss to Canelo, he also called out Terence Crawford, probably trying to shift attention away from his disappointing showing.
Yeah, Terence Crawford could be on a radar. I think he already probably been on Twitter, like lip wrestling with the internet, just to get some clout, some fans, and it's fine, but he's a champion, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more because that's what y'all want from me, because Terence Crawford been talking shit, so they're gonna bring out a different animal in me, but I don't know which animal. Yeah. But yeah, man, I can fight Terence Crawford next.
Let's go back to September 2023. Charlo moved up 2 weight classes for a huge payday against Canelo Alvarez and turned in one of the most underwhelming performances of the year. It wasn't just a loss, it was a fight with no real effort. Charlo landed only 71 punches the entire match and was dominated from the opening bell. In the 7th round, Canelo knocked him down with an overhand right, forcing Charlo to take a knee. After that, he shifted into full survival mode. Analysts were ruthless. Hall of Famer Paulie Malignaggi said Charlo was showing up for a paycheck, fighting more to avoid damage than to win. The Sporting News called the performance listless and unwilling to engage.
How do you respond to him intentionally saying your name wrong? Because he said Zoo and then he changed
you know what? I
Zoo.
think he's that illiterate that he can't speak properly. I don't think he can. Yeah, he just. I don't know. Like you can make him try say that word and Zoo, but he can't say it. Poor bloke.
It was a fight where Charlo was only trying to survive, and he has been almost completely inactive ever since. The general opinion among experts was that he never had a real chance, not due to skill but because of the simple reality of physics. As Sugar Ray Leonard bluntly said, weight classes exist for a reason.
Weight classes for a reason, Ray. It looked like Charlo really couldn't get off tonight against Canelo. What did you think about it?
You know what? Styles make fights. That was hey, I appreciate the fight. I appreciate it.
Hall of Fame trainer Roy Jones Jr. explained it further, saying that Canelo fought the fight exactly the right way.
About the power he showed. He fought the proper fight for the proper opponent. When you fight a guy coming up 2 weight classes, you're supposed to bully him. If he'd fought Floyd Mayweather that way back in the day, we'd saw a much better fight. But he didn't. But he's learned now, and that shows you that he's improved, and he understands boxing more now because he's bullied the smaller guy, which is what you're supposed to do.
Commentator Al Bernstein pointed out that although Charlo landed a few solid punches, they simply weren't enough to cause any real damage.
You can't box perfectly every second, and it's hard to hurt him. Canelo, Jermell Charlo landed some really good punches, but they just weren't enough to hurt him. So
I expected them to battle for undisputed. I expected, a little small wage war, but it didn't happen. You feel me? Anticlimactic is what I would call it, because I just think Charlo realized early on that this wasn't where I was supposed to be with this type of power, with this type of strength. So he kind of survived and made it to the end of the fight.
Consensus was that Charlo, a top fighter at 154 pounds, was physically unable to match or earn the respect of a historically great fighter like Canelo at 168.
I thought it was about as good as it gets. I thought that was a tremendous all-around demonstration of what makes Canelo Alvarez the greatest fighter of the generation. From the fabulous chin, to the very effective defense, to mixing power punches together in the middle rounds, to landing one of the best right hands he's ever thrown to knock Charlo down, and using a series of left hooks to widen the margin down the stretch of the fight. It was vintage Canelo. It's about as good as it gets. I think it was a one-sided fight because Canelo Alvarez is a historically great fighter. I think Jermell Charlo is a talented fighter. He's proven that in the ring. But once in every generation, maybe twice in every generation, you get somebody who is up here, better than all the rest. That's who Canelo Alvarez is.
The physical difference, the biggest criticism from other fighters focused on Charlo's mindset. Most felt he was beaten before the opening bell. As Terence Crawford commented after the fight, Charlo showed him way too much respect, way too much.
Man, Charlo gave him too much respect, man. Too much. He didn't fight his fight.
What would you do to Canelo?
I don't know if he was scared or not, but, Canelo did a tremendous job in there. He did what he had to do.
The fight was viewed not only as a physical defeat, but also a mental one, with Charlo seemingly just content to survive and reach the final bell.
Really disappointing fight. Awful. I thought Charlo was just I don't know, it's like even when Golovkin fought Canelo, he never, in the third fight, it's like, I don't know, are you getting paid too much money? Have you got too much money? Because the special ones that have got too much money still stick it on the line. Canelo, AJ, but it almost looked like Charlo was like, I don't know what he got. 8 million, 10 million. And I was like, okay, it's almost like, let's not hurt each other in here tonight. I'm just going to get our money. And it's like, all the talk about legacy, sticking it online. A lot of fighters go, I'd rather get knocked out, carried out, than lose on points. But actually, how many fight like that?
What stood out most was Charlo's own reaction at the post-fight press conference. While he tried to stay composed, his words revealed the gap in power. He openly called Canelo a beast and admitted, "Maybe I felt that more because this is my first time at this weight class." He even made excuses saying, "I wish I could have gained a little more weight, maybe 5 pounds or more." When talking about the knockdown, he admitted it was the first time he felt a shot make him woozy, a clear sign he was facing someone in a completely different league.
Yeah. Are you interested at Crawford at 154?
Where we can make a fight at, I'll take it. I should be 1 or 2. I should be up there in the top dog. As long as I'm in the pound for pound, don't matter to me.
I'm not in competition with the Terence Crawford ring walk. I know that's what everybody trying to get the answer to. Came out with Eminem. That was some bad shit. Like, I ain't gonna front. That's some cool shit. And it's gonna be hard to beat that. He win. That's not my world. We don't get paid for that anyways. But I almost had like Lil Wayne or something. I had some people I've been in contact with. So we shall see.
Crawford watched that dull fight and immediately took to social media to put Charlo in his place. His response was sharp and direct. "Yeah, you went out sad," he posted. "Didn't even try to win. All you did was try to survive. You should be ashamed of yourself." He went further saying, "Okay y'all, I'm over at Twin Charlo. He's no longer on my hit list. Charlo had gone out there and let Canelo dominate him with no resistance. But Crawford's ultimate response wasn't words, it was his actions in the ring. Crawford didn't just talk. He did what Charlo never could.
Charlo fight Crawford first, and then see how that goes. If he does good against Charlo with the weight, then let's see him come up and fight Canelo. Yes, but not right now. I want to see him. I want to see Crawford come up with some weight classes and show he can be dominant at 54.
Do you think Crawford should go up to 154? You think?
Yes, Crawford definitely should go over 54. Because I don't think he should fight 47 anymore. 54 and maybe even 62 after that. He's big enough to do that, along with all the Charlo brothers and stuff. So I definitely would love to see him do that.
Awesome. Thanks, Sugar.
Thanks, Sugar. 2 years after Charlo's flop, Crawford also moved up 2 weight classes to 168 pounds. But instead of struggling, he dominated Canelo Alvarez, winning a unanimous decision and claiming all of his undisputed titles. Recent videos show Crawford still in peak shape, sending a clear signal that he's ready for whatever comes next.
Double fake to your left. Double fake to your right. Double fake to your left.
No, stop.
Put your hand on your heart now, stop. Step back, rhythm. Step back, rhythm. Rhythm, y'all.
Still got some abs.
Double fake, double fake. Double fake.
So, as you see, the pound-for-pound king, the undefeated 5-division world champion, the 3-division undisputed world champion, superstar boxer, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, Terence "Bud" Crawford, is still jacked and still in shape and sending a warning and letting the world know, I still got abs, I'm still in shape.
With Crawford now the undisputed king at 168, his opportunities are limitless. But Charlo isn't just challenging Crawford, he's also calling out another powerhouse. That's where his plan starts to unravel. In his recent media tour, Charlo also targeted the most feared fighter at 154 pounds. The undefeated knockout artist Jermell Charlo claimed, I think Boots is a great fighter, but that he'd give him all the problems in the world because styles make fights. For a fighter who's been inactive, this came across as a bold move.
When it comes to Bud, I think a lot of people took credit away from a lot of his wins. Like, I feel like when they kept throwing it out there that he didn't fight nobody.
Well, he did.
I disagree with that.
Look,
Anybody you get in the ring with is a chance you can lose.
He didn't fight nobody that was on that level. That's what we say. So he fought somebody.
No.
But come on, bro.
I think he fought people.
Victor Postal.
That's a bad name.
That ain't a during
that
in
time,
order to say
I'm saying during that time when he fought him.
He was overhyped.
He was overhyped? What? He had
Victor Postal is like this.
What's that
you know you
dude that
talk to a
was punching
boxer,
hard?
right?
Yeah, I'm a boxer too.
Victor Postal's like this.
A lot of people couldn't deal with that. A lot of people can't deal with that style. A lot of people can't deal with that style.
Can't deal with that.
Come on,
a lot
man.
of people can't deal with that boxing style. He's jumping up in the air. He's a boxer, know how to use his range and his distance. A lot of people can't deal with that style.
That means the last 3 faces of the sport of boxing will have all retired undefeated. Floyd Mayweather, 50 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 wins by way of knockout. Andre S.O.G. Ward, 2-division champion, Olympic gold medalist, Hall of Famer, 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 16 wins by way of knockout. Undefeated. Terence Crawford, that would make him 43 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins at least by way of knockout. Undisputed. In the face of boxing. Historic.
But just days later, the reality behind Charlo's call-out was exposed by Ennis's promoter, showing what Charlo is really after. Promoter Eddie Hearn heard the challenge and immediately shut it down. Hearn openly said he didn't believe for a second that Charlo would actually take the Nenny's fight. He revealed the truth, saying, I just don't believe he'll take it. These guys just priced themselves out straight away. Hearn's statement was a direct hit, adding, this isn't about legacy. It's about a cash out. He ended with a final crushing line that left no doubt.
I think Boots is a great fight, though. I'll give Boots all the problems in the world. He's a great fighter. But I give him all the problems in the world. I think that styles make fights, like, even with the Canelo loss and the Canelo fight, I believe Crawford did absolutely everything that he studied, and he did it right.
I feel like you don't like Jermell. And if you,
I don't.
You got respect for the Earl. So if you did Earl like that, god damn.
I don't like Jermell for the simple fact that I feel he's a fake individual. I feel Earl is real. I feel he's genuine. I feel like he stand on 10 toes on everything that he say or do. I feel like Jermell is just one of those guys that do a lot for attention. I was cool with Jermell and Jamal and their older brother prior to me moving up in weight. You know, I got messages with he hit me up asking me he gonna pull up in Omaha, and we talking about cars, we talking about all different type of stuff. Once, you know, I moved up in the division, and I understand that they stablemates. He trained with Arrow Coach, and they've been knowing each other for a long time. For him to start bashing me and talking bad about me and saying I'm gonna get knocked out, and, you know, going out his way to say little slick shit about me, I was just like, man, that's some hoe shit.
This revelation casts Charlo's so-called honorable call out of Terence Crawford in a desperate light. Reports say Charlo is asking for $10 million more to fight either Ennis or Crawford, revealing he's chasing a payday rather than a genuine challenge.
I like the fight. I just don't believe he'll take it. You know, I mean, these guys, they just price themselves out straight away. And they go, oh, no, it's just my worth. It's not your worth, mate. I know the numbers, and if you want the fight, and listen, you'll be very well paid, but if you actually want the fight rather than want a payday, let's talk.
Meanwhile, Crawford's team is focused on real priorities. They've made it clear they aren't interested in a Canelo rematch and have already rejected a huge fight with David Benavidez. Now Crawford's true plan is starting to emerge.
Just whatever, guy. You get your paperwork right. Talk to Mr. Heyman. We'll get a fight going. And you're damn right, it'll be easier. Let's get a big fight going, matter of fact. And I'll show you better than I can tell you. Ain't nothing easy in the ring with me, so I don't. Just, you know, I'm grown. These kids, they just talk and he ain't fought nobody for real. You know, like he just got out of top rank contract because Bob didn't want his ass no more, so he just got rid of him. So it's just like I don't know.
Reports reveal that Crawford plans to drop down to 160 pounds to become the undisputed middleweight champion. The path is taking shape. He could first go after WBC champion Carlos Adams and then face the winner of the upcoming unification fight between Arislandi Lara and Janibek Alimkhanuly.
They made it look so easy. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, got 2-3 more in him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Train camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
Now, it's said and is being assumed, should I say, right, that Terence Crawford, after his move to 168, is now planning to drop down to 160 and become the undisputed 160-pound middleweight world champion.
Crawford is aiming to become a 6-division champion and a 4-division undisputed king, a historic journey that has nothing to do with Jermell Charlo. So what is Terence Crawford's actual response to Charlo's latest challenge?
You have Arislandi Lara versus Janibek, who's the unified champion. Lara's the WBA middleweight 160-pound champion. Janibek is the WBO and IBF world champion at 160. He fights for the middleweight undisputed title. He wins that title. He's now a 6-division champion, a 4-division undisputed champion, and he only had one fight at 168, one fight at 160. Got all knockouts at 147. That's historic. That's historic. And he's 39. He retires and walk off in the sunset. Same age Floyd Mayweather was.
Crawford doesn't even need to reply this time. His actions, defeating Canelo, staying in peak condition, and actively plotting his next legacy move at 160 pounds, speak for themselves.
Somewhat true. It's somewhat true because he definitely a bigger name than all the guys at 160. I mean, Janibek, Lara, and Adames. He definitely a bigger name. And it's just an intriguing fight. And the fact that Bud did what he did, to Canelo, and Charlo looked the way he looked against Canelo makes it an even more intriguing fight, because is it something we don't know about Jermell, or something we saw that we like, Jermell's a chump, or is Bud just that good? You know what I'm saying? Now, if they fight each other, is that same aura going to come out that Charlo had with Canelo? Is that going to come out with Bud, or is he going to fight? That Charlo put it in the air, I think it's definitely realistic, and I think it's one of those fights. Bud may say, what's the point of me fighting him? But it's another body with a name. You know what I'm saying? Some of the names you can wipe away, and there's some names that's in stone. Charlo is in stone. So it's only one way to break up stone. You gotta get a jackhammer or some shit. You feel me?
He already removed Charlo from his hit list back in 2023. Now Crawford is focused on building his own legacy, while Charlo remains on the outside, exposed for chasing one final payday.
Fight one of the Charlo brothers. That's true, or both of them.
Yeah, man.
Is that still real?
He's a groupie. You know what I mean? Like,
talk your shit, bud.
Like, I just feel like ever since I moved, and they was cool. You know what I mean? I'm still cool with Jermell. Jermell's still cool people, but Jermell, like, dude, just like weird. Like, he always angry. He always yelling. He always, you know, doing some off the wall psycho type.
But what is it between y'all two? How did that happen?
That's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
You know, when I moved up in weight, and soon as I called out Spence and my name was being involved in Spence, he act like that was his fiance or something. You know, he felt as if Earl couldn't speak for herself. He was, Earl Spencer do this, Earl Spencer do that, and you too little, and Lions, and it's Texas, and this and
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.